Welcome back to today's video. As you can see with the title, 10 secrets on how to attain financial freedom. If you are in your 20s, this is a good age for you to start preparing for that financial freedom. So watch this video till the end because you don't want to miss the steps on how to attain financial freedom. Remember, we all want to win at the end of the day. So without wasting your time, let's dive into it. Fisubane mali ening kandala miltume. Oh no, I didn't want to sing that part. I wanted to sing this part. Asidlen le mali so sebenzenye mali. Asidlen le mali so sebenzenye futhi. See that mentality? I don't like that mentality. People listen to that song and think this guy is telling you to spend all your money so that you can work for another. He doesn't say that. He tells you, like, if you want money, a lot of money, you don't have to do that. The first one on the list is living paycheck to paycheck. Don't do that. Most people, like, after getting paid, they use all their money and then wait for another month end so that they can get money and spend it all and work for another money and so forth and so forth. Like running in circles. We don't want that, okay? I mean, you get yourself in trouble, you ask for money, you make debt. When month end comes, you pay that debt and you spend all the money and you get another one again. I mean, you wait for the living paycheck to paycheck doesn't get you anywhere. It won't help you reach that financial freedom. All right? In today's video, we're going to change that mentality. I mean, asidlen le mali so sebenzenye mali futhi, like, when are you gonna get your money stacked? I mean, when are you gonna get the whole bunch? When you're always spending all the money and then you want to work for another money. I mean, as in today, where did it get you? I mean, paycheck to paycheck doesn't get you anywhere. So from today, we're gonna stop that mentality, okay? I mean, if not, I promise you this. You promise? Number 2 on the list is live below your means. I know you probably heard this somewhere and you're always hearing this and you think it's hard. It's never hard to live below your means, okay? I mean, if you know that this is your standard and you want to live above it, I mean, you'll never get anywhere. You'll never see the light at the end of the tunnel. That dream that you're always having of having financial freedom, you'll never reach it. Trust me. I mean, if this is your standard and you live below it, I mean, you're cutting on a lot of things so that you have your money stacked, have your money saved, have your money invested. I mean, have your money growing on another level. Will get you somewhere. It will help you reach that financial freedom, okay? I mean, a friend of mine is always telling me this. I mean, shout out to Seth Troy. This brother is doing it a lot in educating the youth on how to live a better life, okay? So I learn a lot from him. So he always say that don't let those eating their harvest trick you into eating your seeds. I mean, a lot of us are still trying to plant seeds, but we eat those seeds because we see others eating their harvest. Okay, to simplify that is that people always did this. They always invested their money and saved their money somewhere. Now that they got growth, they have a lot bunch to use, to spend, to use, and then they buying those cars, they buying those expensive watches, they going on vacations, they traveling, they exploring a whole lot of things. We want to do that with our little cents. That's what a lot of us are doing. I mean, we're saying we're enjoying our youth. I mean, how long are you gonna enjoy your youth while you still got your future hanging? I mean, what are you doing on that part to make sure that your future is secured? Okay, I mean, there's a lot of arguments. Hey, when I'm enjoying my youth, when I'm doing this, doesn't mean my future is not focused. I mean, Being honest with yourself, not with me. Okay? How far are you in getting your life, like your future secured? I mean, let's stop playing games. I mean, when you reach a certain age, you want to see yourself traveling, you want to see yourself build a beautiful home, or, I mean, traveling, marriage for those who want to marry. I mean, doing a whole lot of things like partaking in a whole lot business ventures, having shares in a lot other companies. I mean, we want to do a lot of things, but as for now, we're not planting any seeds. We're not doing anything to make sure that that is secured. Okay? But we want to argue, we want to prove a point, tell people that we're doing all those things just to look cool, to think that we are cool in doing those. I mean, let's stop playing with our futures. Okay, if you want to attain financial freedom, I mean, you gotta start now. Doesn't matter what age you are in, start today. Do something that will make you attain that financial freedom. I mean, we all want to be seen as millionaires or billionaires or trillionaires. I don't know what you want to be, but we want to be seen as those who have a lot of money. I mean, a lot of assets and properties, and you can name it. Okay, so to do that, we gotta live below your means. Okay, as for now, as you're preparing to have financial freedom, I mean, you gotta live below your means. I mean, it doesn't mean if you're living below your means you gotta cut on some things that you gotta spend on. I mean, doesn't mean you gotta wear red clothes or old clothes, or, I mean, you get what I'm saying. You can buy a lot of things. There is a way to afford things. Doesn't mean if you're living below your means you can't afford some things. Okay, you gotta ask yourself, how can I afford this with this budget that I've thrown? Okay, remember, you gotta draw a budget. You gotta be organized in order to finally attain financial freedom. So you gotta ask yourself, how can I afford this kind of things? I mean, they've made it easier for us to purchase a lot of things. I mean, there's things called, something called lay-by, there's accounts, there's a whole lot of things besides cash. Okay, a way that you can purchase some things without using like hard cash, like using buying it with that full price or full amount. Okay, so we gotta look into that. Live below your means. The third one on the list is check on your spendings. Okay, I mean, track your money, where it goes. Okay, because a lot of times when we get paid, especially for those who drink alcohol, those who go out clubbing, I mean, nowadays bartenders and I mean, club owners are very smart. They have speed points. I mean, back then you used to go with a certain amount of money. So when that money gets finished, you go back home because you couldn't swipe, or you couldn't use the speed points, or you couldn't get another money because your money is in your bank. Okay, but now things have advanced. Like, there are speed points at the clubs, at the taverns, and you can name it. Okay, so like, when the amount that you've said that you're gonna drink today gets finished, I mean, you say, let me use uh another 100 rands, maybe only this 100 rands, then I'm going home. Then tomorrow morning when you wake up, you spend 3,000 rands. All right, and then you be like, okay, fuck it, I'll make another money. Like, I'll what can I say, I'll patch that money. Like, I'll replace it. And remember, you don't have streams of income, you don't have other sources of income, you're only waiting for month end. So it takes us back to the point number one. I mean, living paycheck to paycheck. Okay, so this won't help you, it only drags you back to where you've started. Trust me, it won't get you anywhere. Okay, if you check on your spendings, I mean, don't just spend recklessly. I mean, plan your spending according to your month. I mean, you can't always buy clothes every month. You can't always buy new shoes every month. You can't always buy new watches every month. I mean, you can't always go out every weekend and spend all the money that you have. You have to track your spending. I mean, you got a plan. This month I'm gonna spend this amount of money. That month I'm gonna spend that amount of money. I mean, you will see changes in your spending, in your budget. All right. So spending recklessly and hoping that you're gonna replace that money, you will end up, if you're saving, you're gonna end up digging into your savings and spending all the money and say that you're gonna replace it month end. Come month end, you have a lot of bills to pay or responsibilities to take care of, and then you don't replace that money, and you end up taking all your savings to solve all your problems, and you go back to square one, and we don't want that. You need a punch. Okay, so getting back to the point, I mean, track your spending, track where your money goes. That way you're gonna see if you're spending recklessly, or you're gonna see if you're spending good. Like, it will help you get to your goal at the end of the day. I mean, remember, we want to move from point A to point B. We don't want to get stuck in point A and wonder our whole life what is happening with us. I mean, you're going to end up accusing things like witchcraft, and there's nothing like that. Okay? All right, witchcraft exists, but in some case we do things to ourselves and end up blaming witchcraft or other things. We end up pointing fingers. So track your spending. Remember, we all wanna go to financial freedom. We all wanna end up there. We all wanna end up like stress free, like secured when it comes to finances. Okay, so this brings us to number 4 on the list, which is spend when necessary. Okay, because a lot of us wanna be seen as like people with money, like we wanna be seen as generous people, like we always spend. Like a friend want this and this, you say, oh, let me pay for that. Someone need this and that, let me pay for that. I mean, you always want to be generous, which is a good thing, but you gotta spend when necessary. Okay, I mean, if you gotta cut on your budget so that you can have your money saved, I mean, do that. Don't just spend because you have money. I mean, don't always like it takes me back to this video I've made, how to make your salary last you longer. I'll put the link in the description below. Okay, I mean, people going haywire every time they getting paid, like it's the first time they getting paid. Uh I mean, some dreams are just dreams. I mean, it reminds me of my teacher back when I was in high school. He used to say like this what do they call them? Idioms or something, like proverbs. If wishes were horses, even beggars were to ride. I mean, we wish to attain financial freedom, but we don't want to work for it. We're just wishing every time, wishing, wishing, wishing. Okay? I mean, you always hear people saying, like, it will be okay someday, it will be okay, but they don't do nothing to change. They do nothing to change that. Okay? So it will never be okay because you don't do anything to change that. Okay? So we gotta be acting, not just talking. Because, like, the tongue is very sharper than the sword. Like, tongue, it's very strong, it's very tough. Okay. In my language they say molomo o tshela noka e tletse. Like, the tongue can cross a full running river. I mean, saying that I can cross this river, it's full, but you can't cross it physically, but you just say I can cross. Okay, so we don't want to be those type of people who always talk but don't act. Okay, so we gotta act. Remember, spend when necessary for our bag to be secured, like to secure that bag, to get that guap. I mean, to have that money, you gotta have streams of income. Okay, which brings us to number 5, which is like having an income daily. Okay, because most of us have monthly income, like you only get paid month end, which is a day job. Okay, which is not bad. It's part of the hustle, it's part of uh the work, it's part of getting that money saved. Okay, so getting streams of income, I mean, a lot of channels of income, like money coming in from every direction, can help you get to your financial freedom. Because I mean, you'll be having money coming in, you won't have financial stresses. I mean, living paycheck to paycheck. Okay, I mean, imagine having let's say 5 different types of hustle, and you got your day job. I mean, you have money coming from 6 sources. I mean, that will help you get to your financial freedom easier, because you'll have the money that you want to save, you have the money that you want to invest, you have your money to spend, you have the money to do your other things that you want to do. I mean, to spoil yourself for fun. Remember, I mean, if you've been checking my videos, I've talked about how to save money management system. Okay, how to separate your savings account. Okay, I mean, for necessities, for emergencies, long-term investment, I mean, educational investment, and another one was for fun. Okay, in that way you'll have your money separated. I mean, you won't use all the money at once, because I mean, there's different types of savings. Okay, so having streams of income help you generate a lot of money in a short term, so that it can help you get to your goal. I mean, in that way, it will help you fill your bucket like sooner, or even earlier than usual. Okay, so normalize having streams of income. Don't don't put pressure on yourself, don't be hard on yourself. You can't just start saying, I want money in different. I mean, if you have your day job, like, look for another stream of income, like one. Make sure that it's running and then get another one. Make sure it's running and then get another one. Okay, until you get comfortable in managing all the streams of income. You don't want to end up getting confused or pressured that you end up leaving everything and getting back to square one. We don't want that, remember? So let's get to number 6. Remember, today I don't want to waste your time. I want to get straight to the point. Okay, I know we all want to be Samaritans, we all want to be generous and all that, but you have to limit your liabilities. That's point number 6 for you. Limit your liabilities. I mean, you can't always have. I mean, remember the previous point that you passed, one of them was like, live below your means. I mean, you have to cut on your liabilities. Okay, so I mean, you can't have a, let's say you can't have a car when you don't afford it, because, like, trust me, you're gonna spend your whole life like trying to maintain that standard, maintain that car. Okay, all other things in your life will get stuck, because you'll be, a car needs service first, and then like it breaks down along the way, it needs to be fixed. I mean, you have to put in fuel. I mean, you have to uh enhance it. I mean, if you're a youth and you're watching this, I mean, and you need a car, I mean, you wanna make it look cool. I mean, you want your friends and other people to admire your car, so you wanna spoil it. I mean, you wanna put in the new Mac wheels, I mean, new rims. I mean, you want to tint the windows. I mean, you want to have a sunroof. I mean, you want it to be cool. So you spend the whole time like spending on it like advancing it. Okay, so having a car is not a problem, but have it if you can afford it to maintain it. Okay, so another thing is a lot of people always brag about having babies at an early age. I mean, babies need to be maintained. Okay, if you're running to have babies and you're struggling to maintain them, I mean, that can get difficult for you. Okay, I mean, that's why most of people end up running away from their babies. Okay, they make babies and then they deny the responsibility. Some run away, some never show up, and it leads to emotional breakdown for the next person, because you are left with a liability, a responsibility to tackle alone. Okay, having babies is not a problem, it's a blessing. Trust me, babies are cute, I'm not against that, but have a baby if you can maintain them. Okay, I mean, if you're goal driven and you still want much in life, I mean, look at all the millionaires or trillionaires. I mean, they are old and their children are younger. It's so rare to find a billionaire that has older children. Okay, I mean, maybe some get rich quick schemes and all that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about genuine billionaires and trillionaires. Okay, so don't rush into adulthood while you're still in your teenage or your youth stage. Okay, I mean, you talking about enjoying your youth, but then you running into adulthood, parenthood in the youth state that you claiming to enjoy, or you only enjoying it when you partying or drinking alcohol. I don't understand. Fetishing. Okay, so I'm not saying that's bad. If you have a baby, it's a blessing to you. It's all that. Some call the babies mistakes and all that. I'm against that. You can't call a baby mistake. You know you wanted to make a baby and all that. So getting back to the point, I mean, you have to limit your liabilities. Okay, so check on things that are not necessary at your level and cut on them. I mean, live according to your standards so that you can finally attain that financial freedom. Remember, I'm talking to people who want to attain financial freedom, not just anyone. Okay, so I'm sorry if I offended anyone on the top on the touching of babies and all that, but I'm trying to show you a point. Okay, I mean, another important thing is long-term investment. Okay, a lot of people take this lighter and easier, but at the long run, it's gonna benefit you. Remember on my previous video on how to make your salary last you longer, I spoke about this. I mean, people ask you like, what if I die before the term ends, or what if I don't live to see the end of the term? Why am I even investing in the first place? Okay, I mean, you didn't die up to this far and you have nothing to show for your previous years of working. So why are you talking about dying when you have to do something positive? Why are we always against some things that are positive in our lives? Something that will help us like uh in the future, some things like that will benefit us at the long run. We always wanna be like rich people. We always wanna look, we like the idea of looking rich, but we don't wanna be rich at the end of the day. I don't know why it's like that, because we always against progress, we always against development, we always against success, but we always sing success. Why is it like that? I don't know. If anyone knows, type it in the comments below. Maybe I'll understand this. Okay, so long-term investment, you can go to your nearest banking institutions and ask about long-term investment. about their rates and about like how to start and how to maintain it. Okay, I mean, you will get a lot of help in that, and we have a lot of institutions that offers uh financial a long-term investment, especially here in South Africa. I'll talk about that because I'm a South African. I don't know about other countries. Here we have Sanlam, we have Old Mutual, we have Metropolitan, we have African Bank, we have Time Bank, we have a whole lot of them. I mean, DBZ, HBZ or something like that. I don't know. I don't remember the name exactly, but we have a bunch of those. I mean, if you got time, drop in there and then ask about their services and how they work. I mean, they not selfish with information. They'll surely tell you. And then at a long run, you will thank yourself. I mean, after some time, after 10 years of living, you'll have something to show for your previous years of working. All right. So, as from today, I mean, after these videos, if you don't have long term investment and you're working, I mean, start thinking about joining those. Okay. I mean, it will help you, not anyone. It's not the money for the bank, it's your money. I mean, they'll lock it away. You won't access it. I mean, a lot. I know a lot of people, like, if they save the money and then they go to the bank and then they take the money back. I mean, stop that habit. I mean, leave that money there. Let it mature. Let it grow, and then put it there and increase it every time. I mean, after some years, maybe 10 years or so, you'll have your money. I mean, a whole lot bunch of it. I mean, nobody will take it from you. Nobody will share it with you. It's your money. Okay. So if you watch this video till the end, give yourself thumbs up. I mean, you can comment your channel name in the comments below and let me shout out next time when I make another video. I mean, I would like to watch your videos as well. I like to follow your channel as well. Okay. I mean, it's a blessing to find people who follow you and watch your videos until the end. I mean, that's a blessing. Remember, Witty Tabo is here for you guys. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe so that you can get more of this kind of videos. I mean, I'm aiming to help the youth. I'm aiming to help you guys. So stay blessed.